Applications now open. Only 15 spots available for my next 8-week Platinum Dating System teleseminar. What if you could instantly tap into women's attraction mechanism? Wouldn't you want to know how? I'm John Anthony. I'm widely known as the world's top dating coach. Yes, world.
I've taken boot camps with other companies before. First of all, it completely shifted my reality into what is possible.
John, I wanted to thank you guys a lot. I'm having a blast out here and pulling regularly because of you guys.
So yeah, over the 3 nights, I ended up scoring every night with a different girl. And the process is just, it's efficient and it's simple.
I have 2 bachelor's degrees, one in computer science and the other one in philosophy. I also have a master's in human-computer interaction and a second master's in philosophy of cognitive science. It's basically cognitive psychology applied to software and systems. My educational background has allowed me to study and decode artificial intelligence, consciousness, and the nature of social interaction, especially between men and women in the dating and attraction world. Now, I found out pretty early on in life that science always trumps anxiety, insecurity, fear, and other sabotaging emotions. If you don't know how something works, it will always feel like a mystery to you. More specifically, women will always be a mystery to you until you know exactly why they'd be attracted to you in the first place. It's knowing how to actually see basic human dynamics, developing systems around the data, and then constantly making those systems infinitely better. That's what I do. But it wasn't a leap of faith to reach this conclusion. I followed a well-documented path of breadcrumbs. These breadcrumbs revealed the precise chemical reaction that attracts any woman to any man, with mentalist-type skills, techniques, and mindset resets. I brought all of these ingredients together and developed a single, repeatable, proven system. I focus on systems because during the course of my life and career, I've found one thing is irrefutable. Legitimate systems always transcend spoken language and cultural gaps. Systems are universal languages that can always work consistently if formed and executed properly. Because according to top neuroscientists, the actual spoken is only 7% of any conversation. The other 93% is eye contact, tone of voice, and body language. But the truth is, 100% of the success of any interaction you have with women comes down to whether you trigger your attraction mechanism, which means knowing the what, how, and why to naturally do it. I'll be diving deep into these 3 key aspects in a minute, so everything makes perfect sense on how to attract hundreds of beautiful women for the one woman of your dreams. But first, let me give you a little peek into how I discovered all of this stuff. So when I was fresh out of college, my first job was with Lockheed Martin, working for military intelligence. A lot of people know Lockheed Martin for its subsidiary, Skunk Works, which develops highly classified military aircraft. I was just 22, working for one of the largest technological top-secret corporations anywhere on the planet. So, needless to say, my job was pretty huge. I was put in charge of nuclear, chemical, and biological defense strategies for foreign enemy attack on American soil. In other words, if North Korea attacked the United States, my systems, which are still in use years later, protect you and your family from invasion and harm. There has to be systems and protocols in place for the soldiers to follow, because it's not knowing what to do that makes soldiers' emotions get the best of them and forces predictable human mistakes. In this case, just one mistake could have meant our American soil was vulnerable to attack. Just imagine what our country would look like if people like myself with optimization superpowers weren't utilized to help keep Americans safe at the deepest, most classified levels of counterintelligence against attack. My job was anticipating all the possible scenarios that could happen during a foreign attack. Countless scenarios. I was responsible for setting up systems to counter them. I had to optimize the speed of response time and the accuracy of the counter-response in these defense scenarios. I spent about 5 years at Lockheed Martin in military intelligence before I decided to leave and explore new talents in other areas. Quickly, I used this same system to become a top Texas Hold'em poker player. In just my second major tournament ever, I was able to take first place, as well as that hefty first place prize money. I've also used my system to help me predict the stock market and day trading markets, like the S&P 500 and Russell Index, with mind-blowing ease and success. It's only because of my extraordinary talent for decoding, analyzing, and optimizing systems that I'm able to live a truly miraculous life of financial freedom. I get to travel the planet, be with women of different cultures and backgrounds. No job, no boss, no schedule someone else creates for me, no 9-to-5 nonsense, no limitations whatsoever. Instead, everything that once felt unattainable is almost automatically within your reach. It certainly was for me. In the last 10 years, I've lived a truly exhilarating life, living in places like Vegas, LA, San Diego, Miami, Dallas, Charlotte, Philadelphia, New York City, Toronto, Colombia, Puerto Rico, London, Ukraine, Poland, Portugal, Beijing, and more than I can remember off the top of my head. But in the last 10 plus years, I've done the same thing in dating. I've developed the ultimate data-proven attraction system, 100% based on completely replicable brain science. Just like my exact systems and protocols continue to help keep Americans optimally safe from foreign enemy attack, I've given men the combination code to unlocking any woman's attraction mechanism. The primal hardwired chemical response that's responsible for virtually every decision any woman makes. This is absolutely no joke. Of course, I realize you likely have a lot of resistance believing any of this. You might be telling yourself stories about, I'm too fat, I'm not good looking enough, my hair's funny, I'm past my prime, I don't have enough muscle, online dating doesn't work for me, I don't like nightclubs, I always say the wrong thing. Women always flake on me. I'm too anxiety-ridden and socially awkward. I don't have the time to learn this pseudoscience stuff. I can never tell if a woman is interested in me or my money. I have everything going right in my life, except for women, and they're too much of a mystery for me to figure out. I'm not like those piggish guys who feel good about treating women like objects. I'm not a natural, and I get too nervous talking with women. My heart always feels like it's going to beat out of my chest the moment I consider approaching someone and simply saying, "Hi." Women just don't like me for some reason. I'm simply not good enough for hot women to be consistently attracted to me. I am simply unlucky that I wasn't born like the cool guys who get women easily.